And welcome back to Open Line. A reminder, our phone lines are open. Give us a call, 615-737-PLUS. We would love to hear from you. Thank you for the callers that have already called in and shared their thoughts. We are back with Molly Haynes and Stephany Castro from Equal Chance for Education. And I want to talk more about the group, the impact you guys have had in the community, because you've been able to do so much.
Sure. So we have 306 students at 15 partner universities. Our largest university right now is Trevecca Nazarene, which is just down the road. We have 48 students at Cumberland University, 22 of which came from Stephany's high school. We're in Lipscomb, we've got Belmont, Vanderbilt. University of Memphis has a really large group, so we're super grateful to them agreeing to partner with us for this initiative. So, like I mentioned earlier, our DACA students, even though they arrived at age 1, are not considered Tennessee residents, so they're charged out-of-state tuition. But our partner universities are able to work with us on a financial agreement. So each Equal Chance for Education scholarship is $25,000 over 4 years. And then we ask the student and their families to contribute a portion as well. And then the university gives a discounted tuition or institutional aid to help offset those costs. So super grateful to their support. We've had a 98% retention rate, meaning that only 5 students have ever dropped out of the program.
Wow.
Which is higher than Harvard's retention rate.
Wow, yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, and we credit that to not only their grit and determination and hard work, but we have a very intensive mentoring program. So our upperclassmen EC students work with our freshman EC students to help them navigate life on campus. And then we also have a career mentor. So somebody who's interested in communications or broadcasting, you could mentor them, for example.
All right.
We've got accounting majors paired with accountants, nursing majors with nurses, that sort of thing. So we're really proud of the success and the growth of our program.
And Stephany, being one of the great success stories here, a couple of the callers commented on how you've done such incredible things already and have such a bright future ahead of you. That has to make you feel good.
Yeah, it does. And back to the mentoring program she was talking about, my mentor has helped me a lot. Both the ECE mentor and the Cumberland mentor, they help a lot, especially when we first started campus in the fall. They helped you with like picking your classes and picking your schedule and like getting around campus, showing you which location is which, and like how to get easy access from one place to another.
All those insider things you need to know just to make your day a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It helps to know that. All right, we're going to go back to the phones. We've got David. David, you are live on Open Line. Thanks for calling us.
Hi, ladies. How y'all?
Doing well.
Hi,
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
The one thing, the point I want to make about all this with the children, and this young lady right here, I feel sorry for her. I feel bad for her because she's really wanting to try and do well. And children are the product of an illegal action by the parent. The parents should have been caught in the first place. The problem with this is our Constitution has so many holes in it. It's got so many openness, basically, where if somebody wants to come up in here and they come across the border, I'm claiming asylum. And a lot of times they don't have excuse me. A lot of times they're not claiming asylum. They just want to get up in here. The guy that was on before, absolutely, come in the right way. Do it the right way. You know, don't come up in here, have a couple of babies, and they become automatic citizens. And I mean, you can come up in here, and if you really need to claim asylum, they'll know whether you have trouble back in your country. But another thing, the point I want to make that bothers me is these young men that come up in here. If you don't like the way your country is, get back down there and fight for your country. Fight for what is yours. And don't let these people take you out where you have to run. But most of these people aren't doing it, and they're very young men that can fight and can save their country. And we as Americans will help them, send them money or medicine or whatever they need. We do that all the time. But there's no need to get on top of the children about this. They're just a product of an illegal action, and the parents should have been taken care of in the first place. Just coming across here and giving them automatic, I mean, they meet them at the border with a fruit basket, EBT card, and the welcome wagon, okay? And that's not the way it should be. You need to come in the front door, come in the right way, file for a visa, get a work visa, whatever it is, do what you got to do, and become citizens. It takes a while, but you're just going to have to wait. This young lady right here, bless your heart. Good luck to you. I hope things turn out for you, and I hope things work out the way you want them to work out. You got a lot to offer. I'm sure you do, and this country needs more people like you. So you come on up in here, you do your best, and we'll be glad to have you. Thank you, ladies. Y'all have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling, David. We appreciate it. Well, certainly, again, the counter argument there. So we'll wait and see which argument wins out, I guess, for the Supreme Court. Yeah. I thought we had another call here. Let me double check here. You are live on Open Line. Go ahead. No, we don't. I'm sorry. I thought we had another call coming in. My fault. So again, we know this is people have strong opinions on that based on what we've heard from the callers tonight. Sure. So it's certainly a divisive issue, and we'll see, I guess, how it shakes out.
Absolutely.
All right. I want to go back again to what you were talking about with Equal Chance for Education and just some of your success stories. I think it would surprise a lot of people to know how many Dreamers or DACA recipients we have just in the Middle Tennessee area. I mean, this is something that you're able to reach a lot of people with the program that you have.
Right. So, I mean, there's an estimated 800,000, of course, in the whole country, but we're looking at anywhere between 7,000 to 10,000 in the state of Tennessee. So just this past year, we interviewed close to 200 applicants for this incoming year, and we were able to award 86. And it's not because they weren't all very high achieving, fabulous students. It was simply a lack of funding. So our organization right now is distributing $1.4 million annually in scholarship dollars, which we're lucky to have the support of, a lot of individuals and local foundations and companies who will sponsor 1-2-4 students because they're really seeing the impact that they're having through these degrees. Right now we have a lot of need and holes in workforce areas in Tennessee. We need more doctors, we need more nurses, we need more teachers. So we're trying to fill those workforce needs through attainable degrees. So we really guide each student and help them pick a degree that's going to be employable after graduation. So each student that we interview has to tell us what their career goal is, and they can pick it. We don't care what their passions are, but we want to make sure that it fits with what Tennessee needs right now. And we certainly need more teachers.
Of course,
especially bilingual teachers. I mean, you look at the diversity of metro schools and how many languages are spoken, and we need people who can serve them. So Stephany's going to be a fabulous teacher.
So as we kind of watch things this week in Washington, what is kind of your plan both here or just kind of keeping an eye on things there going forward? I mean, what's kind of the next step?
So we're always locally we're fighting for tuition equity in Tennessee. So there's about 26 states who allow our DACA recipients to be in-state residents at the state schools. So that would include 2-year and 4-year state universities. So we've been fighting this battle for a few years now. Got really close about 5 years ago, and in the last 3 years have kind of had some more setbacks. Again, it's still kind of a politically divisive issue, like you said, whereas we as an organization feel like it's an ethical one. But that's neither here nor there. So we're definitely focusing on that. We've got a list of colleges and universities, both public and private, that are for this and that are also sending letters of support to the Supreme Court. Why DACA is important to their college campuses and why it's important to our communities. And I think those voices coming from college presidents and educators who are working directly with them every day, I think it really says a lot.
And we do have people locally who are in Washington. You know them. Would you wish you were there? I mean, how's it feel to kind of just be here watching things?
I mean, as of right now, I can't really do much. So even being there, it doesn't make a difference. So I mean, it can make a difference. Being there, it shows more people that are in supportive of this keeping DACA. But yeah, we're just hoping that everything goes in our favor.
I'd rather just watch from here.
Yeah.
Stay away from the protests and craziness that will probably be ensuing there. So here we can kind of sit back and watch. And we know, I assume the local people that come back, I'm sure we'll be talking with them when they return about what the experience is like, because I'm sure it's a bit chaotic out there as people are, as we've said, it's an emotional issue and tensions kind of flare on things like this.
Yeah.
But for people who want to do something locally or want to help, or what's a message for people who may be watching who just want to say, I want to help students, local students, or what can they do to kind of get involved?
Yeah, so they can visit our website. We have volunteering opportunities. We're always looking for support financially as well, and then those mentors that we mentioned. So, you know, if you remember when you first went to college, and a lot of our students, majority are first generation, so there's a lot of questions around, you know, what classes do I take? What does this look like? How does this prepare me for my career? And you want to provide some expertise and some advice. It would be really meaningful to the program, and I think to the mentors as well. When they get to know these students and hear their stories, it's really meaningful to them.
And that's made a huge difference for you, having that.
I know a lot of people don't even know about the program, because I didn't find out about it till my senior year, and I mean, and now I get to tell people about it. I get to like share the program with them and allow them to have the same opportunity as me. So yeah,
that's probably key too, just you kind of putting the word out there from people who have been through it. You can kind of talk about your personal experience and share that. Well, I'm sure people are, if they don't know about it, I'm sure they're anxious to learn about it. What's the response been, just as you've talked to people about the opportunities it's provided for you?
Personally, I have a friend who, she didn't go to college her first year because she didn't have any financial aid. And so when I found out about ECE, I shared it to her, and she's totally psyched to be able to apply for it, because she's a great student. She was a great student, and she's looking forward to continuing her education. So yeah.
Yeah, and can you imagine if you had not had that opportunity, what the difference would have been for you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I would have been at right now. I know I would have still wanted to study, but it would have just been a lot harder for me. So.
Yeah, and you said, I mean, a lot of times it just comes down to finances, right? I mean, having that extra aid makes a huge difference.
And Molly had shared earlier about how our parents still cover part of it, and I think that only helps because for the students, it helps for the students because they see that their parents are still working, you know, to provide for their education, or they work to provide for their own education, and so they can really take advantage of it. So, yeah.
What do your parents think about what you've been able to do? I'm sure they're very proud of you.
Yeah, they are, especially my mom, because I want to become a teacher because of her. And so every time she tells me, you know, she's like, you got this, you can do it. And my dad as well. He's very supportive. I think at one point he wanted me to be something else, like a lawyer or doctor, but it's not in me. And so now he sees it. He's like, that's what you want to do. You'll be great, you know.
Got to stick with the instinct, right? I mean, that was what you wanted to do. You got to do what you're passionate about. That's going to make a big difference. It has to mean a lot to you to see stories like hers and see how your program has made a big difference.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You know, they got here because of their hard work, though, and so everything is because of them, and you can see through our numbers and retention, and their average GPA last semester is a 3.43. I mean, I didn't even do so well when I was in school.
I know, we won't mention our GPAs, right? Keep that off the record.
But because of their hard work, we found a lot of support in the community and even nationally. One of our largest partners is the Dream.us. So this was founded by Don Graham, whose family owned the Washington Post. And he had a similar program, scholarship program for Dreamers, but he was only in states that have tuition equity. So finally we agreed with him, or we got him to come partner with us in Tennessee, and it's been instrumental in helping us expand. So there are a lot of people out there that really believe in this, and it's because of people like Stephany who make it known how important it is.
Very good. Well, we are going to take a quick break. We will be back with more Open Line. Again, give us a call if you have any comments, questions, concerns, 615-737-PLUS. We will be right back right after this.